I tried to secretly test my dad's memory and ended up embarrassing myself instead. A few months ago, my dad turned 65 and started occasionally forgetting small things. Nothing serious, but enough for the family to joke about it. He'd misplace his glasses, forget where he parked the car, or spend 10 minutes looking for his phone while talking on it. One Sunday afternoon, after hearing him tell the same story twice, I became convinced his memory was getting worse. To prove it, I decided to run a harmless little test. During lunch, I casually told him a completely made-up story about meeting a famous footballer at a supermarket in Manchester. The story was ridiculous. I expected him to forget it immediately. Instead, he listened politely and carried on eating. A week later, during a family gathering, I was waiting for the perfect moment to ask if he remembered the story. Before I could, my dad stood up and said he had something funny to share. Then he repeated my entire fake story word for word. Every detail, every sentence. I was stunned, but it got worse. He then smiled and said, "Of course, none of that happened because you made it all up last Sunday to test my memory." The entire family burst out laughing. Apparently, he had figured out exactly what I was doing the moment I started talking because I know absolutely nothing about football and suddenly couldn't stop discussing footballers. For the next 10 minutes, everyone laughed while my dad reminded me of embarrassing things I'd forgotten over the years, including losing my passport at an airport and locking myself out of my own flat twice in the same month. By the end of the afternoon, it was clear that the only person's memory being questioned was mine. Even now, whenever I visit, my dad occasionally asks if I've met any famous footballers recently. It turns out his memory was perfectly fine. My detective skills, however, were not.